In this lesson, we're going to model up a quick, simple castle using the Extrude tool and also using the Spin Duplicate tool in the Mesh tools. So let's start by scaling up this cube here. I'm going to add a mesh circle, and please note we placed the 3D cursor at the corner of this cube. So there we have a circle. Okay, we look at this for the number pad 1 from the front view. Let's go ahead and move up this cube here. I'm doing a middle mouse click to constrain the move, and then we're going to go ahead and select that circle. Oops, got a little too zoomed in there. Let's move this over. I'm just going to move the cube down so that it sits close to the x-axis there. Okay, we've tabbed into edit mode on our circle. And just repositioning things a little bit so I can see what's going on. And we're going to hit the E key to extrude and select only edges. And we're going to move this up. And you can see how it wiggles around, but if I hit the middle mouse with one click, then it constrains to the direction, the primary direction of movement. So go ahead and pick a height there. Okay, and now I'm going to adjust the height on this. Let's see a couple of ways we can do that. Let's do this by using the manipulator. Turn that on and scale this down. Okay, and now I need to move it down, so let's choose the transform manipulator for moving. Alright, let's go back and right click our castle tower and tab to get into edit mode. Alright, again just positioning things on the screen, and hit the A key to deselect all. It's A all, and then B for getting the border select. A to deselect all, and I can also use the lasso using the control key. Hold the control key and use the left mouse to do a lasso. So I'll show you two different ways to select that. And again, we're going to extrude and we're going to use only edges. Now I am not in a side view, but if I click the middle mouse button while I'm extruding, just one click, that will constrain it. So even if I'm in a 3D view like this, and go ahead and bring that up, and I'm going to do another extrusion and shift, I'm sorry, not shift, but hit the S key to scale, and we're going to scale that out. And something's looking a little weird there, so I had that scaled across itself. You have to be careful not to scale it across itself. Make sure it scales outward. Alright, again, still got those selected. I hit the E key again to extrude. And so that's pretty much the process of hit the E key to extrude, start moving it, press the middle mouse button once. Okay, again, E key to extrude. Go ahead, I'm hitting the S key to scale. Okay, E key to extrude. I'm going to go pull it down and press the middle mouse button once. Okay, go ahead and left click to place it. E key to extrude, S to scale, left click to place it. Okay, E key to extrude, only edges, move it up. Again, you can use the transform manipulator to pull it up if you want. E key to extrude, S key to scale, pull this out. Alright, left click to place it, and again E key to extrude, only edges, pull that up, middle mouse click to constrain, and I'm going to pull that up a little more using the manipulator, and S key to scale. I'm going to scale that all the way down to a little tiny circle, and then I'm going to release that or place that with a left click and then do it again, so that I can move further away and then scale that all the way into a tiny point. Alright, and there we have a quick tower just using a circle and extrudes and scales. Alright, so now we want to get towers at every corner of this castle, and then we can do that quickly. We're going to need to place the cursor in the center of the scene, and we'll use the Shift C to move the cursor to 0, 0, 0. Alright, then we're going to go ahead and with that tower selected, tab into edit mode, A key to select all, and go into my editing buttons here. Alright, and again to the mesh tools. Alright, and we're going to want to spin duplicate, but we don't want 9 steps. We have 4 corners on this castle, so we're going to choose 4. If you have a 6-sided castle or a 5-sided castle, you can adjust that accordingly. And we're going to press spin duplicate. But first we need to look at the degrees. So shift click in there and type in 360 and spin duplicate. And suddenly we have duplicates there at the 4 corners. So, and they're all part of the same object right now. So that can either be good or bad depending on what you want to do, but it's easy enough to select a tower and separate it off using the P key to separate. That's while an object's in edit mode. P for parts. Alright, so I have these faces selected and went ahead and we've got the top deleted there, and we're going to go into use the edge selection mode there in the selection modes. Going to hit the K key to get the knife tool and use the loop cut, and you can see if I move my mouse over the edge I get a pink line for the cut, and if I roll the middle mouse wheel then I can increase the number of cuts. Now select a vertical edge and do the same thing, K to cut, loop, get the loop cut, and then roll the mouse to get multiple cuts. Alright, tabbed out of edit mode there, and let's tab back in. Not for any particular reason other than just to look at it and see what we've got going on there. So I'm going to select one of these faces. Let's see, these 3 face panels here. We switched to face selection mode, and I'm going to delete only faces. And you can see I still have the edges across there, so we'll go into edge selection mode and select the edges, and X key, and I hit only faces there trying to delete. I need to do edges, and then again X key, and then erase edges. And so now I've created a little doorway. Okay, with the Alt right mouse button, that's Alt and right mouse, selected that loop. I'm going to hit the E key to extrude, middle mouse click once to constrain. So, and that's a real common process for me, is E to extrude, start the move, middle mouse click to constrain. And there we have a little doorway for our castle. So still a lot of things we could do to this castle to make it fancier, but really just wanted to show you a quick way to get some towers made and practice with the extrude tool and the spin duplicate, and just a simple way to basically put loops into a box and then cut out a doorway by deleting some faces. And so we'll select this loop around the top here by doing a Alt right click, and then we'll extrude that in, and then we're going to extrude the next loop down, much like we did the castle towers. So, well, except in the front door there, we think we've got that blocked. So that's not so good. We'll have to fix that up by just pulling that up right there. Alright, not a perfect castle, but pretty good for just a few minutes.